Hello, I'm Yan Limongo and you're on the guest. My guest of the day wrote a book named The International Student Guide, How to Organize Yourself Financially. You've got it. Today we are speaking about literature, but also entrepreneurship, and why not, finances. It's going to be with Mrs. Schelsea Mboumba, a writer entrepreneur. Madam, welcome on the guest.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
We're glad to have you here. Can we start by you just telling us who is Mrs. Schelsea Mboumba? Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me. As you said earlier, I'm Schelsea Mboumba. I'm a nurse. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm the wife of Mr. Frederick Mboumba. If you're watching me, hi to you.
Okay.
I'm a mother also, mother of a young boy. He turned 1 last week. So, and I'm glad to be here.
That's amazing. It's good to put forward the fact that you're a wife and you have a son. That's part of your life.
Yes, absolutely.
That's amazing. But can you tell us, now you've come with a book that you've written. What motivated you to write that book and how did it start?
Thank you for the question. Actually, I went to the United States and as an international student. So I was spending a lot of money, and one day I was talking to a friend and about finances. She told me she has a savings account. I'm like, what? Savings account with $10,000? I'm like, how did you do that? So I started looking on the internet, and then I was like, well, I wish somebody had told me when I was coming to the US about budgeting and saving. I said, well, how can I help the next generation coming up? Let me write a book. So that's how it all started. I love to write, I love to read also, and I just decided to create this beautiful masterpiece that you have here.
International student, how to organize yourself financially.
Financially, yes.
Can you tell us more about that? How is this book structured? What is this dealing with?
It's actually talking about finances, okay? It's the International Student Guide.
You can show it on the screen so that everybody can see it.
International Student Guide, how to organize yourself financially. In this book, I have actually 20 chapters. Chapter 1, I'm talking about a little bit about myself, my upbringing, my birth, what is saving, money mindset, the origin of money. I'm talking about having a basic savings account, an emergency savings account. I'm talking about credit card usage, because that's one thing when I got to the US, they actually offered me a credit card and I had no idea what it was. To me, it was free money. So I was like, okay, yeah, $700, who can beat that? So I didn't know. That's why I wrote this book, so that I can inform the next generation, hey, you need to be cautious about money. Don't just spend money, but you have to have a plan, a budget.
Okay, was that published here in Gabon or abroad?
Abroad, in the US.
Abroad in the US. So we can have it only here, or you sell it in other parts of the world?
Actually, I'm looking for a publisher. My goal is to translate it in French also.
French, yeah.
I have not started it yet.
So you wrote it in English?
Yes, it's in English.
Why? Because you were a French-speaking student in the US. Why didn't you write it first in French, then in English?
Well, I was living in the US at that time. So my target was the international students.
Young students
in America.
In America.
Yes. So that's why it was written in English. But my goal, as I said, is to translate in French. That way, since I'm here in Gabon now, that way the Gabonese people or any French speaker can benefit from this book.
That's amazing. So now you got it. There is a young woman that has written a book, and she needs somebody to help her translate it from English to French. But what is your goal regarding to your target? What is your goal with that book? What do you want people to keep from that book?
Thank you for the question. I actually want people to be informed about their finances. In Africa, we don't talk about finances. Why do I say that? My father was also an entrepreneur. He had a fleet of 4 cars. And every day, every night, a taxi driver, he will bring whatever he made that day at home. And I will see my dad account on what was made in a notebook. But my dad never taught me or my sisters, we're 4 girls, how to budget. So
why?
I don't
Because
know.
it looks like he was himself able to do that.
Yeah, but in Africa, boys take after the
Okay.
business, that culture, right? Maybe
Okay.
that's why he's late now, so I never really asked him. But it didn't occur to me until I got to the US. I was like, how come my father never told me, okay, when you start working, make sure you save 10% of your income in an account. Don't touch it. If I had that notion, I would have came back here with like thousands and thousands of dollars in my account. So we don't talk about it. So that's why I wrote this book. That way I can inform people, students, hey, when you make money, save some. Don't spend everything.
Yeah.
Keep 10% for a savings account, for emergency, for sickness, I don't know. But it's good to have money saved somewhere that you can reach out to whenever you're in problems.
Okay, now I hear you speaking and I was thinking, can this book be used by a high school student, for instance? What is the start? Can somebody in kindergarten learn some stuff from your book, or you have to be at university or to be in a working place?
I think anybody can pretty much read it because I wrote it in simple
In a
English.
simple way,
Yeah.
okay?
But also for kids, you need to include images.
Yeah.
That's probably maybe my next goal.
Yeah,
To also
that would be
train
amazing.
kids with pictures and more innovative tools that will capture their attention. But it's really simple. Anybody can my chapters are maybe 2 pages long.
You can show a page. You can show a page on the
Yeah.
screen. Yeah.
There are 2 pages long, so you can read it in maybe 30 minutes in a day because it's very interesting. I talk about my life, then I talk about money.
Okay, but now, uh, do you have any partnership with school, for instance, like Mboumba High School or whatever, to go maybe and maybe introduce some students to your book?
Unfortunately, no.
You should.
Okay. That's a good idea.
That would be great.
Yep.
Because the next question I had is, how do we get this book here?
Like I said before, I'm looking for a publisher or editing house.
That can help you with that.
Yeah, that can help me because I already have the blueprint. All I have is to print. All there is to do is to print the book. So I haven't really been on the go for it because right now I'm a mom.
Yeah.
It's not easy for me. I'm trying to deal with
I can get it.
a new hat. So, but hopefully maybe by the end of this year, I'll probably reach out to some publishing houses and see how we can get that in print here in Gabon.
Okay, now practically, can somebody who needs help with their finances come to you and maybe receive some help? Because you've written the book, but you have the knowledge in your head. Can somebody come to you and you can help that person?
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody is free to reach out to me. I'm on Facebook, Schelsea Mboumba, actually First Lady Schelsea Frederic Mboumba.
First Lady.
On Facebook.
Okay.
Yes. You can reach out to me on my phone. I can pretty much help anybody because it's things that I've applied in my life. So I have the experience, and I can help anybody that needs help.
Okay, now I want you to give me, before we go to the end, I want you to give me some tips. So can you tell me what is a budget? Because I have a budget for that, but what is a budget according to you and your knowledge and what you've written in that book? What is it?
A budget is simply put a written plan, okay, of your finances. It's like a blueprint. When you build a house, you have the blueprint. You go reach out to an architect that draws, a blueprint for you. So it's the same thing with a budget. A budget is simply telling your money where to go at the end of the month. A lot of people make money and then go and spend it in one day, and at the end of the day or at the end of the month, they are left with nothing. Well, before the month starts, if you just take out a piece of paper, write down how much you make, okay, how much you're gonna spend on food, on gas, on toiletries, on books, whatever it is, you just write it down and you write the amount. You add it all up and it should be equal to whatever you make. If it's more than whatever you make, then you have a problem because where are you gonna get the money? There's a saying that says people try to beat the Joneses. You want to live a flashy life, but you don't have the means. Well, if you have a budget, then you will be better organized about your finances. That way you're not in lack. You don't go out asking people for money, asking your family or your friends for money. You have money that you make, that you spend on things that you need.
That's amazing. You understood that she masters what is written in that book. Now we've reached the end of that show, but I would like you to give a last word and maybe give a contact, your contact, so that people can maybe reach out to you.
Okay. Well, thank you again for having me. My advice to young people, young employees, is that when you work, please don't spend your money on things. Make sure you have a savings account. Make sure you save 10% of whatever you earn every month. You lay it somewhere, you forget about it. You just keep adding money every month on a month-to-month basis. You can either go to your bank and have them deducted automatically from your bank account, or you just take the money, you go to the bank. Just forget about it. Give it 10 years, and you'll be amazed of how much you've saved in your bank account. So how can you reach me? My phone number is 062 784987, 062784987. My email address is Schelsea1, SCHELSEA1 @yahoo.fr. My Facebook is First Lady Schelsea Frederick Mboumba. You can also reach out to me on that platform.
That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
That's amazing. So, well, thank you. We've been together today with Mrs. Schelsea Mboumba. She's a writer and entrepreneur, and she has produced that wonderful book, The International Student Guide, How to Organize Yourself Financially. Well, I'm glad to have had you today.
Thank you so much.
See you soon. We hope to have you again.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. It's good to be here.
Well, you can still watch our programs on our social networks, YouTube, Facebook, anywhere. We're still there, the best of Gabon, the best of the world. See you soon. Goodbye.